In the digital world of blockchain, where every transaction is supposed to live forever, something happened that defied logic. It began quietly, almost unnoticed. A few lines of code behaving strangely, a couple of miners reporting inconsistencies. Within hours, the impossible occurred. Entire blocks vanished. Not deleted, not corrupted, but completely gone as if they had never existed. Billions of dollars in cryptocurrency value simply evaporated into the digital void. For a technology built on immutability and trust, this was a nightmare that shattered the very foundation of belief. Some called it a hack, others whispered of an inside job. But as more details emerged, it became clear that this was something far greater. This was not just theft, it was a rewriting of digital history itself. As the panic spread across the crypto world, forums exploded with fear and disbelief. Developers scrambled for explanations, traders froze their assets, and investors watched helplessly as entire ledgers disappeared from view. The blockchain, long hailed as the most secure invention of the digital age, had blinked. And in that blink, the world saw its first proof that even eternal code could be bent, rewritten, and erased. Before we dive deeper, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. It really helps the channel grow. Today, we're uncovering the most mysterious digital crime in history, the crypto hack that didn't just steal money, but altered reality itself. 1. The night of the disappearing blocks. It all began on an ordinary night of trading. The markets were stable, the network was healthy, and millions of transactions were flowing across the blockchain like usual. Suddenly, a miner in Singapore noticed something odd. A verified transaction from hours earlier had vanished from the ledger. At first, it seemed like a minor sync issue, a bug that would resolve itself. But within minutes, more reports poured in from miners across the globe. Confirmed blocks, verified by thousands of nodes, were simply missing. Developers rushed to check system integrity, but the logs showed no sign of tampering. Every validation appeared clean, yet the blocks were gone. Billions in tokens disappeared as if they never existed. This wasn't a simple hack, it was a rewriting of consensus itself. The core principle of blockchain, that once a block is added, it's permanent, was broken. 2. The whispers of a zero-day exploit. Within hours, whispers began circulating across underground forums. Theories about a zero-day exploit spread like wildfire. Some said it targeted the consensus mechanism itself, a flaw buried deep in the chain's validation algorithm. Others believed it was hidden in a smart contract library used by multiple projects, a vulnerability that no one had noticed for years. But what made the exploit terrifying was its precision. It didn't just attack wallets, it rewrote data at the structural level. No trace was left behind, no log files, no errors, nothing for analysts to dissect. The attacker had created a digital ghost, a self-erasing parasite that moved through the network, erasing history one block at a time. Experts realized this was no ordinary hack. It was an assault on the very concept of truth in a decentralized world. 3. The panic across the network. The morning after the hack, chaos ruled the crypto markets. Major exchanges froze withdrawals, fearing the contagion could spread to their systems. Investors watched helplessly as coin prices plunged, wiping out billions in hours. Governments demanded answers. News outlets called it the death of decentralization. Social media filled with disbelief and conspiracy theories. Some claimed the blockchain was under quantum attack. Others believed it was a coordinated takedown by global powers. Behind the scenes, teams of developers, miners, and security experts worked non-stop to trace the breach. Every hour, new anomalies appeared. Chains splitting, nodes refusing to sync, hashes mismatching. 4. The hunt for the phantom coder. As the digital world burned, attention turned to finding whoever was behind it. Cybersecurity firms, blockchain analysts, and even intelligence agencies joined the chase. Within days, a mysterious alias began appearing in connection to the exploit, the phantom coder. This figure had appeared years earlier in obscure forums, discussing cryptographic backdoors that even math couldn't close. Now, it seemed those discussions were more than theory. Every trace of the phantom coder led to dead ends, burner accounts, encrypted messages, and decoy IPs bouncing through multiple continents. Some believed it was a group rather than one person. Others insisted it was an AI experiment gone rogue. But no one could prove anything. What terrified experts most wasn't just the hack itself, it was the mastery of the cover-up. 5. The discovery of the shadow fork. Weeks later, a group of independent developers stumbled upon a strange mirror network hidden in obscure data centers across Eastern Europe. It looked identical to the original blockchain, except for one chilling difference. The vanished blocks were there, but rewritten. Transaction IDs were altered, ownership addresses reassigned, and timestamps falsified. Someone had created a shadow fork, a clone version of the blockchain with selective edits. It was digital forgery on a global scale. The shadow fork proved the hack wasn't random. It was a deliberate attempt to take control of the narrative, to rewrite which transactions existed and which didn't. 6. Governments enter the scene. The discovery of the shadow fork triggered panic among regulators. Within days, multiple governments launched emergency inquiries. Crypto exchanges were ordered to halt suspicious trading, and subpoenas flooded blockchain companies. For years, governments had struggled to regulate crypto. Now they finally had a reason. Lawmakers stepped in under the banner of security. To the crypto community, it felt like betrayal. The same institutions that blockchain was built to escape were now taking control of it. New rules required identification for every wallet and backdoors for national security monitoring. 7. The silent rebuild. In the months that followed, a silent rebuild began. Developers launched new protocols, stronger consensus models, and revised encryption layers. Every effort was made to restore trust, but trust is not something that can be coded. The phrase "code is law" no longer carried the same weight. People had seen that even the strongest code could be twisted. Mining pools merged, startups folded, and small investors exited the space entirely. The rebuild was technical success, but a moral failure. 8. The return of the phantom coder. Just when the world began to move on, a mysterious message appeared on public nodes across the network. It was a single encrypted file signed with the same key used in the original exploit. When decrypted, it contained only one sentence: "I never stole your money. I stole your certainty." The message sent shockwaves across the community. Analysts debated its meaning endlessly. Was it a confession, a warning, or a declaration of philosophy? The phantom coder was reminding the world that control is an illusion. For a technology built on the promise of transparency, the idea that someone could simply rewrite reality was haunting. The hacker didn't just expose a flaw in blockchain. They exposed a flaw in human belief. 9. Lessons written in code. In the aftermath, the crypto world had to face hard truths. For years, blockchain had been marketed as unhackable, a perfect digital ledger immune to corruption. The vanished blocks hack proved that no system is flawless. The community learned that decentralization doesn't guarantee safety, it only redistributes responsibility. Developers began focusing more on adaptability than perfection. The mantra changed from immutable forever to secure for now. It was a humbling moment for the entire industry. 10. The future of a broken ledger. Years later, the blockchain recovered, at least on the surface. Transactions resumed, new chains flourished, and the market regained its rhythm. But beneath the stability, a shadow remained. The idea that someone once erased history still lingers in every digital corner. It changed how developers design systems and how users perceive value. The phantom coder disappeared, leaving behind only mystery and fear. Today, blockchain stands stronger, but also more cautious. It no longer promises perfection, only resilience. And maybe that's the real evolution. Because in the end, the vanished blocks incident reminded the world that even in a decentralized paradise, nothing is truly eternal. Code can be rewritten, and trust can be hacked. The future of blockchain is no longer about being unbreakable. It's about surviving what breaks it. The vanished blocks hack wasn't just a digital crime. It was a wake-up call to an entire generation. It proved that even the strongest systems are fragile when humans believe too much in their own creations. Blockchain didn't die that night, but it lost its innocence. What was once seen as untouchable became a mirror reflecting our flaws, greed, pride, and the illusion of control. Today, every transaction, every line of code, carries the memory of that night when the unbreakable broke. Yet perhaps that's what progress looks like. Not perfection, but awareness. The blockchain still beats, stronger yet scared, forever haunted by the ghost of its vanished blocks. If this story opened your eyes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the secrets shaping our digital world. Because in the age of code and chaos, the truth is never as permanent as we think.